Hey, and welcome back to another episode of Out of the Darkness and Into the Light, where we explore esoteric knowledge and the occult knowledge and all those things that are hidden deep within the Derma, that which is beneath the occult. I love talking on this channel because my favorite thing to say is welcome to Out of the Darkness and Into the Light. That's right, we're back into the light. It's nothing like being out of the darkness and into the light. Welcome to the light. Welcome to the light. Welcome to the light. Welcome to the light. I'm your crazy host. You know that. We're going to talk today about some serious issues that we all dealt with at some point in time, and I know I deal with them at all times. And I've been even told that I have an issue. What were we going to talk about today? And one of the things we're going to talk about today is anger issues. I have some serious anger issues. I have to face the fact that if someone made an observation and said it seems like I have a lot of anger issues, then apparently I must have a lot of anger displayed. If you told me right now I was looking very sharp with my vest and my tie on, and I would take that and run with it. So if someone made an observation and said that I have some anger issues, I need to take that and run with it and address my anger issues. If they're good, there's good anger and then there's bad anger. It's one thing to be angry and there's no need to be angry. You just keep smiling, but you're angry on the inside. And then there's another thing to be angry and there's a need to be angry. I don't have it with me, but I went to a meeting yesterday, and a person in the meeting had these red thread bracelet, and it's promoting a nonprofit organization who rescues young girls, young kids from the sex trafficking trade. And the girls that are rescued, I guess, in this particular place, I don't know the full details about the organization. I just know it's a good cause and to rescue those girls. But one of the things that they do is they make these bracelets out of thread, red thread, and it's a great cause. Red thread. Don't know anything about it except I got one of the bracelets, and I think it's a great cause. It's a good cause. So if you do your research and investigate the Red Thread website or organization, buy a bracelet and support that cause. That's a good cause. See, so if you're angry about something like that, about trafficking children and sex trafficking children, that's a good anger. But if you're just angry because too many commercials on the TV, that's that's not a good anger, my friend. Just because it's got to be commercials on TV because that's how they pay the bills. And if they didn't have the commercials on TV, then you wouldn't be subliminally programmed to go out to the stores and buy the merchandise. So you gotta let them have the commercials. I know you guys say, man, I wish I was not slapping silly. Too lady already. Silly. Before we go into the types of anger and the behaviors behind the anger, let's talk about the type of self-destructive behavior. Now, I'm guilty of that too. Got a doctorate degree in that one. Yeah. Types of self-behavior. There are numerous types of self-behavior. See, I told you there are numerous types of self-destructive behaviors. It would be impossible to list every example. Instead, these are some more common types of self-destructive behavior that people engage in. All right, I never made it without biting. Let's find out. A 1, a 2, a 3. Wrong commercial. Drugs and alcohol use. Substance abuse is one of the most common forms of self-destructive behaviors. It can easily lead to addiction, can negatively impact relationships, and destroy opportunities and employment. It could also lead to other physical and mental health complications. Can I get a witness up in here? I'm laughing on the outside, but I'm crying on the inside. Self-destructive behaviors. Self-harm. Self-harm such as cutting may be used as a coping mechanism to deal with severe or extreme emotional disturbance. The person may even get addicted to self-harm. Now, when we did this one in the group, in my group therapy, I wasn't really familiar with cutting. I said, cutting? What? Like cutting paper? Cutting? It's no cutting. It's something that a person does, and they cut themselves for the pain or something that they were explaining it, but I was just too distraught to hear that, so I didn't really grasp it. But it says self-harm, so apparently it's something that you do that's harming yourself, but you think it's good intentions when you're doing it, just no different than me drinking alcohol, thinking it's good intentions when I'm doing it, but at the same token, it's destroying me. So, I mean, here's the pot calling the kettle black, so we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. I've already identified that I'm the person with the drug abuse. I mean, not drug abuse, alcohol abuse. I'm looking at the paper. I'm looking at reading the paper, drug and alcohol. Not drugs, just alcohol. And if you drugs, that's fine. We can get over it, okay? Let's keep moving. All right, so self-harm. The other one, self-destructive behavior, is unhealthy eating or eating disorders. Now, this one don't affect me because I don't think I have an eating disorder, but I really don't like to eat that much, and small portions is good for me, and I don't like to I don't like to feel my stomach all tight and stuffed, and so I have an eating pattern where I'll put a bunch of stuff on the plate, different items or what have you on the plate, but I don't have intentions of eating every sized portion of each thing that I put on the plate. I may eat a little bit of this one, a little bit of that one, a little bit of this one, and just enjoy the 4 or 5 different things on the plate. But I don't necessarily intend to, because I throw 3 scoops of mashed potatoes on the plate, I'm not going to sit there until I eat them. Well, that may not be true, because mashed potatoes, I love mashed potatoes and rice. If I put 3 scoops of rice on the plate, I'm going to eat all the rice, but you know what I'm saying. So unhealthy eating and eating disorders. Regular unhealthy eating habits. Too much or too little. I could be classed as too little, but I don't think I'm anorexic too little. Can lead to eating disorders like, anorexia and bulimia. Emotional eating can cause a person to gain weight, which not only has physical health ramifications, but may contribute to mental health issues like depression and anxiety. Didn't know that. If you don't know, now you know. N-word. Oh, I'm sorry, I saw I saw like smoke coming up from the video. In the video, I forgot I had my coffee here. I'm like, the roof is on. Wait a minute, that ain't the roof. That's coming from my butt. My butt is on fire. Self-pity. A person may wrap themselves in their suffering and use it as a shield to try to deflect responsibility. As a result, it will damage their relationship in life, as they may come to be seen as burdensome to deal with, and they will lose out on opportunities. In general, people are compassionate and empathetic, but always have a limit. Once the limit is reached, it will start to negatively affect the person who uses their problems as an excuse to not try new things or improve at all. A person who regularly tells themselves they are not worthy, whether they believe it or not, may come to believe it as truth and stop taking healthy risks or try to improve. We're talking about types of self-destructive behavior.
Watch this. A person who regularly tells themselves they're not worthy, whether they believe it or not, may come to believe it as truth or stop taking healthy risks or try to improve.
There's some risks we take that is not healthy, and then there's some risks we take that are healthy risks. That's the fear of failure, fear of success model. Self-sabotage. The act of self-sabotage is setting oneself up for failure from the start. Wow. Don't we do that sometimes? We just set ourselves up for failure from the start, knowing that it's impossible for us to achieve this whatever particular task we want to do, or goal, or whatever it is, and we know we're doomed for failure from the start. You know, you're gonna go on a so-called diet or a fast, and then as soon as you say you're gonna go on a diet or a particular fast, and then the next thing you know, you're at the all-you-can-eat place. That's sabotage.